Newsline. One full hour of news, views, interviews, counter-views, comments, background reports, and in-depth analysis. Issues all about Liberia and the rest of the world. Today is Friday, July 26, 2024. I'm Alfred Rogers anchoring. In the headlines, Liberia's 177th Independence Day orator calls for the revision of the Decent Work Act, harmonization, and pension policies of the country. President
monthly minimum wage from $143 to at least 250 United States dollars.
President Joseph Boakai vows to build a new Liberia that will reflect the diversity of the country. Ivory Coast Security Minister Lieutenant General Yomandi Vagandu says Ivory Coast remains steady in supporting Liberia's development drive. And away from home, humanitarian crisis unfolds in the north of Ethiopia, driven by drought, crop failure, and continued insecurity. Details of these interesting developments, plus more, all coming up. By this time, let's join Fabien Kuya for the news bulletin.
Liberia's 177th Independence Day orator has called for the revision of the Decent Work Act, harmonization and pension policies of the country. Madam Robtel Pele said a revision of the policies should be spearheaded by the legislature aimed at bettering the livelihood of civil servants. Dr. Pele said the current 143 United States dollars as a baseline of civil servant salary need to be stepped up not less than 250 United States dollars.
Lawmakers, I urge you, I implore you, I appeal to you to revise our decent work bill. Change the monthly minimum wage from $143 to at least 250 United States dollars.
She said civil servants are the driving force in the daily functions of government. As such, they should be dignified through their earnings. Dr. Pele spoke Friday in Monrovia in observance of Liberia's 177th Independence Day. At the same time, Independence Day National Orator Celebration, Dr. Robtel Nije Pele has emphasized the need to launch a total revolution against corruption. Dr. Nije Pele wants those caught in corrupt acts named, shamed, and prosecuted to account for their actions. She warned public servants against requesting for what she calls cold water and flexibility fees while performing public service.
We must lead a values-based revolution against corruption. We often point the finger at our government, failing to realize that corruption begins in the home, that corruption begins in the community, that corruption is a function of both poverty and greed.
Dr. Nije Pele noted that corruption breaks down the fabric of any nation and must stop in Liberia. Speaking Friday on the theme, A Radical Agenda for Reimagining Liberia, the Independence Day orator stressed the importance to narrow the economic gaps between the rich and the poor, men and women, boys and girls. Ivory Coast Interior and Security Minister Lieutenant General Giovanni Vagondo says Ivory Coast remains steady in supporting Liberia's development drive. Lieutenant Vagondo said the Ivorian government is fully prepared to provide President Joseph Boakai the necessary assistance to achieve government's arrest agenda. The official of the Ivorian government made a commitment Friday through an interpreter when he arrived at the Roberts International Airport. Lieutenant Vagondo is currently in Liberia to form part of activities marking Liberia's 177th Independence Day celebrations. He also thanked the government and people of Liberia for the mutual friendship over the years. President Joseph Boakai has vowed to build a new Liberia that will reflect the diversity of the country. President Boakai, however, called on all Liberians to unite in the interests of the country. Addressing Liberia's 177th Independence Day celebration, the Liberian leader pledged his government's commitment to provide a space for all Liberians to work together across the political, economic, and social divides. President Boakai said the building of the new Liberia will include fair wages, the provision of